but I saw the village. There was this lack of water. They were
Okay.
carrying the contaminated water over their head in the jar.
Hi, Lakshmi. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm fine, sir. And how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good as well. Thank you for asking, and I'm glad that you're doing pretty well. Okay, so let's get started with today's session. But before that, can I have a quick introduction of yours, please?
Yes, sir. My name is Laxmi Kumari, and I reside in Jharkhand. And I am 20 years old. I am doing my graduation from Jamshedpur Women's University, and I'm passionate about learning languages and cooking, and I like to know about animals.
Okay,
And uh,
wonderful.
and my
Wonderful.
habits
Anything else?
include Yeah, and my habits include I wake up early in the morning, and before start studying I chant Gayatri mantra, and I also do exercise.
Okay, all right, wonderful. Glad to know about you and glad to meet you, rather. So let's get started. But before that, yes, I would be introducing myself also. I just forgot that. My name is Nikhil and I'm from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. I've been into this industry of spoken English, communication, and personality development for the past 2 years now. What I really enjoy about this field is that I get to be myself because I'm a kind of person who enjoys to talk a lot, who enjoys to explore different cultures, who loves to meet and interact with different individuals. So this is what I really enjoy doing, and which is what I get in this particular industry also. In this entire process, I get to learn a lot from the different individuals, and at the same time, I'm able to share whatever knowledge I have with me regarding this particular niche, or you can say this particular subject. Um, and with Clapingo, I'm a bit new, but so far I'm enjoying the process with Clapingo as well. So that's a bit about me. Let's get started with today's session. The topic of the day is conditional situations. Okay. So basically, today's session is going to be a lot more hypothetical. I'll be putting you into certain situations to which you would have to react, how you would react to that, and how would you answer the questions that follow. Okay. So the very first situation is that you would be invisible for a day. Okay. So what would you do if you could be invisible for a day?
If I could be invisible for a day, so I would probably I can do so many things just in a day, but what I would make sure to do is that I would definitely go to somebody's house and who has stored so much in black money,
Okay.
and
All right.
I would get all those black money. I would and would give away those money to the needy people, so that they can
Okay.
at least get some food, so that they can feed themselves, because they lack nutrition a lot.
Okay. Okay. All right. Absolutely. Um, would you like to be troublesome, or would you like to be helpful in the entire day, like that you would be? Okay. So I was asking you that would you be troublesome or would you be helpful when you are invisible for that day?
I would definitely be helpful. Why would I be
Okay.
troublesome when I know that it cause a lot of problem to other people? So I would definitely be helpful.
Okay. Okay. And what would you be doing first? Would you be doing that similar activity of getting into someone's house who has black money with him and give it away to the poor people?
Just in a day,
Hello.
I yes, sir, just in a day, I can do this much, and if I and I'll have to. I can't think of more options now.
Okay. Okay. Nevertheless. Okay. So this is what you said you would definitely do. But okay, let's move ahead. What would be one mischievous thing that you would do if you get a chance?
Mysterious. Actually, what mischievous thing? I've never been so mischievous. I
Okay.
have never been. I've always been so modest. So I have I have discipline. So I don't think I would do any mischievous. And if I may do, I would definitely kind of bother my brother.
Okay. All right.
I would
That's okay.
bother my brother.
Okay. All right. Now, since we are done with this particular situation, we are about to begin a new situation. Okay. Now, the new situation is, if you had enough money to give away, you had it with yourself. Okay. If you had enough money to give away, who would you help and how?
I would help old people because they need a lot of money because they don't even get their home. They don't, the children of the old people don't let them stay in their home. So they throw them away in the street. They don't have any shelter to go. So I would definitely have those old people, and I would make, there are so many options I can help them. Like I have, if I had enough money, I would definitely have somebody, have so many people build there's this shelter so that they can rest there, they can have food, they can spend their whole lifetime because they are also, so like they also sick sometime. They have so many issues in their body, like about their health. So I would probably try to heal those things.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Um, who would you help first and why?
And once on my YouTube channel, when I not my YouTube channel, but on once on YouTube, I saw there's this village. I don't exactly remember the name of it, but I saw the village. There was this lack of water. They were
Okay.
carrying the contaminated water over their head in the jar. So
Okay.
the water had no nutrition. It was completely muddy water, but
Okay.
they were drinking it. They were
Okay.
completely like they were literally drinking it, the whole water. They were doing everything for with the same water. So I would
Okay.
definitely help them so that they can get some fresh water. At least they can get a good health. At least not everything, so they
Okay.
can get the good health.
Okay. Okay. How many people would you help in all?
As many as I can with the money I would have.
Okay. Okay. Um, and would you like to help? Mm, okay. Let this question go. Like, would you give away money directly or indirectly? Like, would you help someone indirectly?
Either option is good, I think. No, either option is good. Neither is like, so. Yeah, if I'm to say, I would probably choose both of these options because if I somewhere if I can be like secretive, so I would be secretive, and if there is no particular reason for me to be secretive about this charity donation kind of thing, so I won't be secretive. So I would definitely like show that yeah, it is me giving this, because it
Okay.
doesn't make any difference. It just depends that how much money I'm giving, and how what the emotion I have about that
Okay.
money. So
Nice.
I
Uh,
either option is.
okay. By indirect means, I mean, would you give them something in like other than money, rather than giving away them money directly? Would you try to buy something for those people, or would you give them money?
I would buy some. I would buy something for those people, like their clothes, and food, water, and their bed sheets, like all these things. I would buy them.
Okay, wonderful. Now, my system is a bit slow. Just give me a second. Yes, now. So this situation is also over. Now, a new situation for you. So the situation is a crime situation. If you could commit any crime and get away with it, okay? So you understood the phrase. So if you could commit any crime and get away with it, what would you do and why?
If I could commit a crime and get away with it, it means that if I run away from police, right?
Yeah,
If I
absolutely.
am getting being caught. Okay.
Right.
So what was the question? Can you please repeat?
Okay. If you could commit any crime and get away with it, what crime would you do and why?
Crime.
You can talk of anything like maybe, you know, drink and drive is one crime. Maybe hit and run, the other way, other thing like uh, you could basically exceed the noise limit in your society. So anything, you can talk of anything.
Okay. So if I could commit a crime, I would do something that occupying somebody's property.
Okay, okay, all right.
I would do
uh,
this
and how would you
because
get away with it?
at that time when I'm thinking of occupying somebody's property, and at the same time I'm thinking of being of getting away from it. So it means that I would probably be very very literate. So that's how I can simply get away with it.
Okay, okay, all right. Now, would you have more opportunities if you had learned English? What do you think? Would you have it or not? And what opportunities do you think you would have?
If I knew English very very well, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
so many opportunities I can have. I can be a tutor at a in big university abroad, not just in India. I can be I can also be speaker. I can be also be a this spokesperson of from the government side to the other country. And I could also be a teacher in a schools, so that I can teach those students who just don't learn English, or might not get to learn English or can't afford,
Mhm. Okay.
because education has been a little costly these days. So
Yes,
I would
absolutely.
probably reach out to those.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Uh, so we are over with the session. Okay. As far like as was required of us to speak on it. So we are done with this. Now there are a little bit of things that you need to work on. Otherwise, you are very, very good. You have a very good personality. Also, you are confident enough, and at the same time you are well versed with the grammatical rules and regulations. There are still a few of the things that you need to work on, like money. Now money is considered as a collection. Okay, so money is considered as a collection, so it cannot be those money, that
Those
money.
right.
Okay, so you said I would get those money and give it away, rob those money and give it away to the poor, right? That is what you said. But instead of those, it would be I would rob that money and give it away to the poor. Okay. Then The word peoples does not exist. People
Yes,
in
sir,
itself is
yes,
plural,
sir.
right?
Like
So
when I speak, it gets out, but yes, sir, it's like right.
not an issue, not an issue. Keep working, okay? That is not an issue at all. These simple mistakes keep on happening every now and then. It's okay. It's a part of our communication. Okay? Now, uh, build their shelters, that you said in one of the sentence, which was very nicely used and very nicely framed. So that is why I noted this statement, that you made use of the proper frame of sentence in that particular sentence, right? So that was very good. Then um I was noting something, but I couldn't. Uh, 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 I don't remember that particular sentence, but you made a mistake there. You made a sentence with at least they would have this, uh,
Then I used at
and
least.
yeah, you used twice. You
Right.
used it
Yes,
twice,
yes, yes,
right? So that was the place where you had to, instead of at least for the second time, it could have been better had you used rather than or in
yes,
spite of or
yes.
something like that, right? So something was required there. I could not write it, but unfortunately that was. Um, Again, with the tenses now, okay? You said I am getting at that time. I was getting at that time. At that
Mhm.
time, that time you're talking of. So at that time, so I was getting an idea or whatever you wanted to say. So that was the thing. You made use of the correct preposition in one of the places, but then you got mistaken. You said I want to be a teacher. I would become a teacher in a big university, at a big university. You made use of the right preposition earlier, but then you again corrected that, but you went wrong there. But nevertheless, you are good with your framing of sentences, you are good with your grammar. It's just a little bit of practice and attention, not practice exactly. I would say just pay attention to what you are saying at that particular time and correct it then and there. Nobody is perfect, and nobody would actually judge you on that. Correct yourself then and there. If you realize your mistake, correct yourself then and there, because this is a session where you are practicing. So if you practice here and if you correct yourself then and there, that would be very, very good. All right, so that's it from my end. We still have ample of time remaining. So is there anything that you would like to discuss?
Sir, what you said 2 minutes ago, I couldn't listen you
Okay, okay,
because
now
of the
is
network
it
issue.
okay? Now am I clear? Okay. So I was asking you, we still have ample of time. I would say just keep working on all these things and let's proceed because we have ample of time remaining. So is there anything that you would like to discuss?
Yes, sir. I would like to discuss one thing that whenever somebody asks me a question about some topics like social media, what do you think of social media? What do you think of technology? So these are few topics where I think I need some work to do, and I need so much information about it.
Okay. Okay.
Only then would I be able to talk about these matters. And before that, I think it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, absolutely. There are certain topics that you
Yes.
need to work upon and keep yourself updated upon. Now, see, even I don't have enough knowledge of certain topics, but I can tell you a trick how to speak on that particular topic, even if you are not well versed with it. There is a very, very common trick. Just try to get very logical. For example, I'm not very well versed with all the terms of banking, right? But still, if you ask me about what is banking for you, what are your financial goals, how would you like to invest, how would you like to save your money, and what are your financial goals and their timeline, so things like that. If a person asks me, I can be logical. We just have to use our logics and we just have to elaborate on what we know, right? If we don't know, then definitely we have to work on it. But Even if we don't know, we can elaborate on a few things. Just try to be observant. Okay, what is happening now? Technology. We are surrounded by technology every now and then. This is a part of technology. This is a part of technology. That is why we are able to connect. You are from Jharkhand, right?
Yes.
So I'm from Lucknow. I'm sitting in Lucknow, and we are still connecting. This is also technology. Television, technology. Refrigerator, technology. Mobile phones, technology. Light, technology. Fan, technology. So everywhere we have technology. Let's talk of the general things then. The very general things. Even if they ask you any questions, for example, what is technology for you? Okay, technology is anything that makes life easier. It's related to the science, and once the science advances, we get acquainted with different kinds of processes, or different processes, or the different ways to do work, right? Because earlier, if you know, we did not have any modes of transportation in the very earlier of days. But then now we have so many different transportation methods, modes of transportation, right? So this is all that you can elaborate on. You can talk about, just like the humans have evolved, the technology also evolves. Now look how I related the topic of evolution of humans to the topic of evolution of technology. How does the technology evolve? Earlier, we used to have those phones, those big phones, right? They were also like the phones used to call, but they were not smartphones.
Yes.
Later, people realized that maybe it's time to upgrade. So they created phones where we could also text people. Then they created more phones. Then it became a keypad phone. Then we got a QWERTY key phone. QWERTY key phone, very similar to the keyboard, right? So we had those. Then we had the touch phones, not the smartphones, but they were touch screen phones, right? Then now we have smartphones. We make use of face recognition method also to unlock our phones. We have thumbprint methods also, the fingerprint methods to unlock your phone. So much of enhancement in the technology, so much of advancement in the technology has happened. We can talk of it in general. So this is how you can elaborate. Just be very very logical in such topics. Okay. Otherwise, keep reading also. That is a very, very good thing. Knowledge is always good.
Today's world, we need to keep updated ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That is the very required, it's the utmost required thing in today's era, that you need to keep yourself updated, right? So keep working. You are a very good speaker. I would again say that. And you are well versed with the things. Just a little bit of practice is required. That
Okay,
would
sir.
help you a lot.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, Lakshmi. Nice to meet you. Keep working on yourself and have a lovely day ahead.
And sir, you too, sir.
Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.